Welcome to WNEP Home and Backyard. My name is Tom Costu with Babunya's Gourmet, and I'm here today with Babunya, Janina Costu, and with Marlin. We're today been featured here at Fresno. They've been kind enough to allow us to come here and make one of our recipes that was featured recently in the paper. There's a brand new owner, KP, and a new general manager is Scott. Scott, why don't you tell us a little bit about your restaurant?
Well, we're a full-service Southwest restaurant. We feature daily seafood specials for Lent, and we have a full-service bar Monday through Sunday, half-price appetizers and drinks, 5 to 7. KP?
Thank you. The business has been great, and I thank all my friends and welcome them again up here. Please stop by. It's a fun place to be. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So why don't we go into the kitchen and we'll try our chicken with beer and raisin recipe. Thank you. Okay, so we're here now in Fresno's kitchen, and we're going to be preparing chicken thighs with the bone and the skin, and the recipe is chicken with beer and raisins. So, Babunya, why don't you tell us what do we do here?
Now I go seasoning with the spices.
So we use the spice right here. Here you go.
Yes.
And while you're doing that, Marlin, we have some potatoes and some string beans that we're going to be complementing the meal with. So maybe what we could do is we take that and put it to boil.
And the skin up.
Okay, so you put the skin side up, and we're putting a fair amount of the seasoning on it. And the seasoning that we're using from Babunya's Gourmet is the original family recipe. So there's no need to degrease the pan. So we just put it, like you see here, a fair amount of the seasoning on the chicken. And you know, while you're doing that, Mom, we have some beer here. We have.
And we put the raisin in the beer.
We put the raisin in the beer. And we have half a cup of
beer.
Of beer. And we have the raisin in here.
And we put the
couple spoons of
two spoons
sugar. Marlon, you want to mix this up for us here?
Sure.
While we do that.
How many cups? How many spoons?
2 spoons of
2
sugar.
spoons. Yeah, 2. One more. That's it. That's okay.
And what I'll do is I'll take the bacon, and we cut the bacon into small little pieces. And while you're seasoning that, I'm going to lay the bacon right there, right over that.
And the top of the...
On the top of the chicken. And that'll add some nice little flavor to it. You can see my mom's not being shy putting the seasoning on a chicken, because once we pour the sugar, raisin, and beer mixture over it, it'll be a nice fair amount. Very good. And what we did is we preheated the oven to 400 degrees. And we'll put an aluminum foil over the pan here, and we'll cook it for 30 minutes with the foil on there, and then we'll reduce the temperature to 350 degrees, and we'll remove the aluminum foil there. That way it'll allow some of that beer in the mixture to evaporate. So Marlon, why don't you take the okay, Mom, you can take the beer there and pour it right over there. You just mix it a little bit and just pour it right over there. And while she's doing that, Marlon, why don't you take the seasoning, just sprinkle a little bit of that seasoning
and the top of
on top of the bacon.
The bacon.
Just a small little bit amount. And what happens is that raisin absorbs some of that beer, and it leaves a nice little sweet kind of flavor to the mix. Very good.
That's it.
All right, that is it. So Marlene will finish seasoning that. And what we'll do now, this is what it looks like. We'll put the aluminum foil, and we'll put it in the oven again, 400 degrees for about 30 minutes. We'll take the aluminum foil off of the pan, and we'll cook it for another 30 minutes to maybe 45 minutes without the aluminum foil cover on there, allowing that to evaporate.
But if they have a lot of that...
if there's a lot of liquid, then we could scoop some of that liquid out, so that way there's not too much in there. That way it'll give it a nice golden color to it. All right, we finished our dish with our chicken with beer and raisins, and we've complemented it with some string beans, mashed potatoes, and we fancy it up with some red bell peppers. Now, this recipe you'll be able to find on WNEP's website as well as babunyas.com recipe. But to find our products locally, Marlene, why don't you let the folks at home know where they can find them?
Well, you can find them at the Gerrity's supermarkets as well as Quinn's supermarkets, the Dutchess Market at Greentown, Everything Natural in Clark Summit, and the ShopRite stores at the Poconos. But you could also order them online, www.babunyas.com, or give us a call at 877-270-1245.
Well, thank you for that. And we want to also thank Babunya, Janina Costu, for coming up with this recipe.
And I thank you too for making that recipe to somebody use it and they enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Because it's very good.
And we also want to thank the KP, the owner of Fresno's here in Dixon City, along with the general manager, Scott, for allowing us to use their kitchen and prepare this meal so that way your folks at home are able to try this as well and possibly come down here and try their other foods that they have at the store. Thank you.
Make your bids. The gavel falls at another Sabo auction event next on WNEP's Home and Backyard.